Hello, welcome to Prajim Technologies. I'm Venkat. This is part 48. In this session, we'll understand the difference between types and type members, and we'll also see how to organize the code with regions. Let's look at an example. Now, in this example, you can see a class called customer, and within this class, we have three private fields: ID, first name, last name. And to encapsulate these private fields, we have three public properties: ID, first name, last name. And we also have a simple method, get full name, which returns a string. So what is this get full name doing? Concatenating the first name field, last name field with a space in between them and returning the full name of the customer. Okay. Now, so in short, this customer class has got three private fields, three public properties, and one method. And since these reside within this class, we can call them as this class members. On the other hand, you can also call them as this type members. Okay. In general, classes, structures, enums, delegates, interfaces, these are called as types. For example, if you create an instance of a customer class, customer C1 is equal to new customer. C1 is an instance of type customer. So in general, your classes, structures, enums, interfaces, delegates, these are called as uh, types. And fields, properties, and methods, which usually reside in these types, are called as type members. And it's very important to understand the slight difference between these two, because most of the articles on the internet refer to them without actually telling what they mean by them. Okay, so understand this difference: types and type members. Types means your classes, structures, enums, interface, delegates, whereas type members means fields, properties, constructors, methods that usually reside within these types. And in C Sharp, there are 5 different access modifiers: private, protected internal, and public. We will be talking about these access modifiers in a very great detail in the next session. But here, the reason why I mention them is because access modifier rules are different for types and type members. Okay, type members, which are your fields, properties, constructors, and methods, can have all the 5 different access modifiers, whereas the types themselves can have only 2 of the 5 access modifiers, which are internal and public. You cannot have private, protected, and protected internal on a type. So if you're creating a class structure enum, you cannot, have the private or protected internal access modifier for these classes or structures or enums. Okay, but as I told you, we'll be talking about access modifiers in a great detail in the next session. Okay, another little feature that we have got within Visual Studio is regions. Using regions, you can actually organize your code a little better. Okay, so for example, if I want to collapse all my private fields into one region, I can do that. So hash region fields. So to create a region, you use the hash symbol and the region keyword, and then followed by any name that you want to give to your region. And then to specify that the region ends here, you use end region. And if you look at that, the moment we have done that, it gives us a little plus sign, and you can nicely collapse that. Similarly, for your public properties, you can have another region. So hash region properties, and you can end your region here. So properties region ends there, and another region for methods, and you can end your method region. So you can toggle, you can actually collapse the regions using that plus sign, and it looks a little clean. Okay, so if you just want to concentrate on your properties, you know that all properties are going to reside in this region. And look at that, when I move my mouse over that, the IntelliSense shows me in that a little window showing all the properties, similarly fields and the methods. Okay, and actually you can either do it manually by collapsing this plus and minus sign, Or you can actually make use of the Visual Studio built-in feature. So you go to Edit menu, Outlining, and then toggle all outlining. So it automatically expands all of them. If they are expanded, and if you go to Edit, Outlining, toggle out all outlining, it will collapse everything, including your class. All right. So using regions, you can expand and collapse sections of your code either manually using the plus and minus signs that appear next to the region name, or you can use Visual Studio Edit menu, Outlining, and toggle all outlining. On this slide, you can find resources for ASP.NET and C# interview questions. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.